Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and I'm screwing up already, but that's okay. I suffered yesterday in that wind, and I fell asleep early last night. I didn't even really work that hard yesterday. All I did was weld and weld and weld, and I got tired because of that wind. It was unreal. Now I know why I don't live in the South or Saskatchewan or Wyoming. That was too windy. Unfrickin' real. Okay, this morning we woke up to 0 temperature, but feels like -2. And then on the yo-yo scale, +32 Fahrenheit, but feels like +28. These are the same temperatures we had yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. It's like a marriage. Boring. Boring, boring, boring. All right. So we ordered these last Thursday. Can you see that? That's Pro Point grinding blades. Yes, disc blades, whatever. Yes, we ordered them from Princess Auto, and they came from Prince Albert, which is that way in Saskatchewan. Oh, I bumped the mic. All right, and we got them on Monday. Yes, but the staff didn't pick them up till yesterday, which was Tuesday, because today is Wednesday. So we don't know if Johnny's bringing the beer today, because that's the summer schedule is beer on Wednesday, so it's cold by Friday or Thursdays. All right, let's scroll this way. Look at that sun. There's a slight breeze, but not like yesterday. Oh, that was brutal. And the sun is moving farther north. Yes, and the yard looks good. Oh, we didn't have much cleanup this spring, whatever, because we didn't make a mess, because we were organized all winter. Yes, and stayed focused. And that's trailer 1. We'll be moving it over to be with the other trailers, because when the auction guy does my estate, he'll be going trailer 1 and then have to scurry across the yard to trailer 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that kind of thing. So have them all lined up. It'll work out better. Plus, that'll give us more access to the back of the house for filming the cats and the sleighs. All right, so over here, the sun is bright. Oh, is it bright? All right, there I can see now. I should be wearing a ball cap. All right, so there's the black fleet. Starts, runs, drives, and goes forward and backwards. That's the main thing. Stopping is another problem. We'll worry about that later. All right, so we're back to the flags. There we go. Just enough breeze to make them look good. All right, well, we better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, after morning coffee in the kingdom, and we're going to start to work. There's a slight breeze. Hopefully it doesn't get too breezy. And look at the black fleet. They're looking good. Yes, just look at them. All right, so let's walk over here. We got the 38 GMC. It's going to be getting the white service box, and this has been in the family since 1977. I rode around there as a wee lad. Yes, so over here, we've done all the brakes, springs, everything like that. Upgraded a lot of things. I don't know if you can see it, but that little cap down there is the breather for the rear end. Okay, that works good in the south, but not up in Wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba because it freezes up. The differential creates heat, okay, because the gears are going around and around, and the oil gets warm, the housing gets warm, so any snow sticks to the rear end, and it covers up this hole, right? So it can't breathe. So guess where the oil goes when it can't breathe and expand? It goes out the wheel seals right here, okay? And if this was an open dry shaft truck, but this is an enclosed dry shaft, we have lots of shadows, they would come out the front pinions. We have that problem with the 39 Chevy. So back in the day, we have shadows. Look at that. Okay, so I bought a bunch of these from Sir Rodney. So I'm smart enough that, 5 years later, we're going to drill out the hole, and it's national pipe thread, 3/8. So we're going to take that little plug thing out, the breather, and drill it out. So the first thing everybody's going to go, when you drill that hole, all this drill filings are going to go in the rear end. No, we have a trick to do, and we do it well because we've done it to most of the trucks. We're down to the nitty gritty of the last one. So I'll get to work and we'll show you how it's done. Okay, it's just about lunchtime in the kingdom and the sun is coming around, so we can actually don't have as many shadows. This is the 45 Chevy 3-ton or 2-ton or whatever, 3-ton. Okay, it has the 2-speed axle, and we put the breather kit in when we had the axle apart in the shop, and we have to weld a nut on the housing for the anchor, okay? So that's how it was done, okay? So we've been doing these trucks all along. But the 38 GMC, oh, over here. Okay, the 38 GMC, we've never had the axle out from under it, okay? So all we did was the brakes, the seals, the brakes, and everything back in I think we started about 2018 and finished up in 2021 because that's when we put the fresh oil in. Okay, so this is the breather tube here from the factory, which is a little cap with a cotter pin through it so it leaks. So everybody will say, oh, snow builds up on that and you don't have a box on the truck, yada, yada, yada. Well, what happens if it's a grain box with a wooden floor? The water drips. It doesn't matter. Let's improve. So we have to make a anchor plate right here. I don't know if we can see it, last Nessman there, but I marked on it. It's upside down. So we got that done. So drill it out. Use lots of that lube, the Lloyd's lube from Sir Rodney. Tap it out. Great fun. And make sure it's clean. But we jacked up the rear end here like this, and to get the blow cuttings to go through, we have the air hose here. So have that thing just cranked right out, blowing right through. So the biggest problem when we were drilling the hole, the air was coming up like this. So any lube we put on was blowing up, and then when we tapped it out, it was the same problem. But that should chase it out, okay? So let's get this thing back together before lunch, and then after lunch we can weld and weld some more. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and I got this all back together, oils in the rear end and everything, so that's looking good. Now we can set the body on, that white service body. It's going to come to about here. I use the tape measure. I don't know, it might end up being either way as a cross member, but the main thing is we're getting organized and getting ready for when the staff shows up after her real job, and hopefully she's sober. Okay, I didn't film flipping the deck because I didn't know how I was going to flip, and I got it balanced quite right. I unhooked the green toy from it, so I put the safety boards in there because I don't want it to fall over. I'm not working on it unless it's hooked to the green toy for safety, because it's a 4-hour plane ride to the south for the good drugs if I get hurt. Also too, I moved the skid here, the salvage skid or salvage sloop, and we waited till the ground was dry so we didn't mark it up. And for the first time in 3 years, we popped the tire chains off the green toy. Yeah, it's 3 years bombing around, winter, summer, everything. So these things need to be repaired, so it actually works out good. Okay, I'm going to use this time to get organized for when the staff arrives, because we got to lift off the two bodies here. That's the service body for the 38 GMC and the welding deck for the 38 Maple Leaf, but it's going to go on the 45 Chevy truck to get moved around to the other side of the yard. Okay, so this service box is all aluminum and it's made for a linesman. So you figure, okay, they got bracketry on this side, we can just hook chains to it because that should be good. So you go to this side and it doesn't have that. But all that crap is going to get plasma cut off. Yes, with the ProPoint 38 Plus. Because we want this thing smooth. We're not linesmen anymore. So also too, that's all aluminum. So I can actually cash it in, reuse it, repurpose it or something like that. So this will work out good. It's going to take me a bit to figure out the chaining and do a couple of test lifts. I put it up on these boards last night using the loader, thinking we'll back the truck under and just kind of give it a push and it should slide on. Yeah, right, it could slide on and then fall right off. So we got the grain toy, let's use it to the best of ability. Okay, this is where a roto wrecker comes into play. This is a roto wrecker made famous by Jamie Davis on Highway Through Hell. It's not a crane, okay? So that's where you get the limited up movement here, and you only have so much reach, just like in the bedroom on your honeymoon. I mean, yeah, in the honeymoon, that's what the problem was, yeah. So you have to think about it, and then also too, you have all this overhang in the back, the cable or the cable rollers, everything like that. It's actually shorter to lift over the side, okay, because it's actually more reach over the side, but we don't want to do that because the 38 GMC will back in right here. Oh, look at that, Les Nessman. Shadows. Ooh, oh, there we go. Look at the shadows. Yeah, peace, man. Oh yeah, the good old days when I grew up. All right, let's get figuring out the chains. This is going to take a bit. Okay, I need a ring for the hook on the green toy so I can how'd you say hook that box to, the aluminum box, the white service box. Oh, these lips. So I've been saving this ring, and it's a 4-line system or whatever from the mine. So there's 4 cables and hooks on it, and then one of the cables gets damaged, they throw it away. So this works out good because now I have a ring, and I took my time to save the pieces in here because I can reuse, repurpose them one more time. So what, 25 years I've been saving this piece and finally get to use it today, but that was a workout beating it apart. Yes, and I used the chop saw blade in the grinder, but that's not the grinder I used. I used one with safety guards and everything. Okay, that was about a 2-beer job. Up the ladder, down the ladder, up the ladder, down the ladder, and I got it balancing for when the staff arrives after her real job. So there's no tension on the chains gouging into the material or anything like that. I double checked. And then at the top there, since I'm running that loop, okay, or the ring, I put chains on each side, the hooks into the chain so it doesn't slide. Yes, and then I wrap the chain. So this should work out. This thing is fairly light. You know, it's been, what, 4 years since it arrived here, I think it is, or 3 years for sure. So I think we just used the loader or slid it across. I don't know how we did it. I think I was drunk at the time, but I don't know. But it should work out well. We're all ready to go. And there's hardly any wind because this thing is not even moving. So hopefully we'll get some good film footage today. Just look at that. It's just perfectly balanced and not banging against the trailer. Yesterday, this thing would have been gone. Yeah, would have blown right away. All right, let's go have some coffee. I mean, some beverage. Seems how we're having a successful day. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a good day for lifting service bodies. Look at the flags. There's just enough wind to get them excited. That's about it. Yesterday, they were abused with that wind. Unreal. Let's go have that beverage I was just talking about.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 8 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky and it's pretty sunny out. It'll most likely be extra warm today. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, finish making breakfast, and get to work. 12:30 and I'm just finishing up lunch. Had leftovers from last night. Pretty good morning. I had a couple students, not as many as yesterday. This afternoon it's just art and then more baking for my land base. Let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. Just after 4:30, I made home from work. I had to stay behind and watch the ovens. They made banana bread today, banana muffins, blueberry muffins, and a few other things. Now it's time to get the quad out and head to the kingdom. 5 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like we are going to be putting the deck on the trucks here. You can already see my dad has the green toy hooked up here, so I will go down and get a little video of him pulling up with this truck. We will be setting up the tripod because I have to run the green toy and move it onto the deck since I don't know where the deck has to go, so let's head on over. Got the truck backed up to the green toy. Now I will jump on and switch over to the tripod so we can get some footage. Didn't take us very long. We were able to get the box on the truck, no problem. Now my dad's going to unchain it all and put a strap around the box. That way it doesn't fall off when we move the truck. Back down at the shop when we got the other truck parked. Now we'll bring the 45 over and put the deck on backwards. Then we have to bring the green toy and everything over here because my dad wants to put the deck right there. Got the 45 over, no problem. Now my dad's going to back the green toy up into place here, and then we can put all the chains on the box and lift it over. I will be switching over to the tripod. 5:30 and we got the box backwards on the 45. It is on backwards because we are just using it to transport. Once we get over to the shop, we'll take it off again with the green toy and put it in front of the doors. That way my dad can cut off all the stuff on the top here that we don't use. So now we'll head over to the shop. My dad went to go get the green toy. He is going to back it in right about here so he can lift the box off and put it onto the ground so my dad can work on it. I will switch over to the tripod and get a couple videos. 6 p.m. We just got the deck in front of the shop here. Now my dad has something to do. He is going to cut off all the top here since we do not need it. And after we were done that, we came over here and hooked the green toy back up to the deck as a safety measure just in case it fell over, but at least it's chained up. Now I can head inside, grab my dog treats, and go home. 6:30 and I made it home from the kingdom and put the quad away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and do the weather. 7 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's 16 degrees Celsius, which is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been extra nice out today. It's kind of windy, but not as bad as yesterday. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in because I can hear them crying, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, we waited 3 years and the box is on, but it's not centered yet. It has to go forward a bit. So the first thing we got to do is a service call. Yes, open the doors and fix the box. Okay, so it's missing a nut here. The staff found that out when she opened the door. It kind of moved. So you figure this being shiny and new, it'd be metric. But it's not. It's an imperial 1/4 inch nut. Ooh, so we have that in stock. So let's fix this box and then open all the doors to show the world and lube it up so it'll be nice and oiled up for the morning when we can start working on it. Okay, I have no idea why I didn't lube this up when the box came, I think 4 years ago, I think it was, or 3 years ago. Oh, the memory is shot. But it's a linesman box, so you got these little cubby holes that go right across and stuff like that for putting their long tools. Look at that. And we got drawers and trays and everything like that. That's all right. So this will work out good. And I think we will be putting the welder up inside. So we got everything lubed. We just splashed the lube. And we'll put the welder in here, because it's most important that the welder starts when it's cold. It even comes with an interior car warmer, one of those fancy box heaters. Probably doesn't work, so we'll have to clean up all this crap off the walls, make it look pretty. Yes, make it look pretty, because we're not going to use half of this stuff. And then over here, yes, look at that. So all this stuff up here will get trimmed off. We want it smooth. And then I'll build lift lugs or a headache rack for hauling a ladder or something like that up there, so I can use the proper lift lugs, incorporate that. So this is going to look out good. No idea what these are for. I don't know, meat hooks for hanging your sides of beef when you're done or something. Probably the way this is sealed up, maybe the guy's clothes or something, or his tool belts or something like that were in here, because this is sealed really well. And we got more missing shelves over here, but that's no problem. I got a plasma cutter. And then over here, okay, we got a little peekaboo hole right there. See that? That's letting heat in here, so you keep your stuff warm up front. So this is all right. We're very pleased. It's got to come ahead a bit. And then over here, this is the welding deck. So we got an accumulation of junk. Yes, look at all the junk and garbage and everything like that. Ooh, there's shadows or lines. But look at this over here. Yes, we got a Craftsman toolbox with some tools. Yes, and look at these brand new bolts from the co-op store. Ooh, we're bonus now. We're showing a profit on this one. But we want all this stuff crap cut off. We don't need that, because this is going on the 38 Maple Leaf. It'll be a pull truck, so we don't need this stuff. The only thing we're going to need is a fuel tank right in here, because that 350, when it's working hard from Wisconsin, is going to be sucking the fuel back. All right, let's put the rest of the tools away, call it a day, and then we can drink professionally. Okay, quitting time in the kingdom, and I'm standing up against the loader shed. So I got the sun's not glaring in my eyes, so I can record this video. Today was a good production day. Everything went well because it was well planned out. We didn't take a chance. Yes. So the trucks are starting to look good. Yes, slowly coming. Yes, we're finally going to get them done. And look at the flags. Not enough wind to excite them. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you later.